Duke's United show for the match reaction on a very important win. Manchester United won Luton Town. I'm your host, Garth Lewis. With me, the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, Nathan the Duke Ellington. How are we doing today, sir?
I don't know. I always laugh every time you say that. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm happy we got the 3 points. And that's really it, mate. That's really it. That's all I can say. I'm happy we got the 3 points. And I hiding my haircut because I need a trim.
It really ain't that bad, people. I saw it, honestly. It ain't that bad either. So it was an important win, Nath. But weirdly, with the form team in the Premier League, winning 4 of our last 5, we're getting the points on the board. But do the performances on the pitch still worry you from these players at the moment? Even though we're winning, the performances have been lackluster, in my opinion.
The performance was poor, but performance was boring. Should I say? We kept the ball, moved it around a lot. Yeah, we had the ball a lot. Yeah, we kept the ball left, right, but no real cutting edge, no real clear. We had a chance. You know, when you cross a ball and you get a header in, that's fine. But it's more like a, oh, okay, we got a little chance there. No, oh my days, look at that great football. I fell asleep in the game, like twice. I fell asleep in the game. Woke up, waited for half time, then fell asleep again. Woke up, missed the goal. I was like, oh, it's 1-0. What happened? Who scored? Like, oh my days. That's what happened. And I had to go and check my phone to see who scored. It was that bad a game for me to watch. It's boring. I don't want to watch boring football. And you know when you're looking on the pitch going, who's going to excite me?
Yeah.
Who's going to excite me? It was really weird because I was like, Hojlund's up front. Garnacho's on the left, who you normally think, right, he's going to excite me. Rashford is on the right, who obviously he's put there because we know he's got a right foot that he can cross now, at least. You know, just keep spamming it in the box. Whatever you want to do, spam it in the box. So at least it will provide opportunities for Hojlund in the box, and that's what's happening with the way we're playing at the moment. Yeah, so it's boring, and I do want to see better football. But look, while we have no players, I don't mind us getting the points on the board. I knew this was going to happen while we had so many injuries. So I'm happy. I'm happy we've got the points and we're going to be in and around it when the players come back. That's the most important thing for me. If everyone was here and we're playing like this, I won't watch us. I won't watch. I support United, of course, but I won't be watching. You're supposed to watch to enjoy the football.
Yeah.
You're not here to just see a win.
Grind out wins.
You want to enjoy your football, mate. Go out every day to enjoy watching good football, not to sit there. Oh, it's boring, flipping. Why
it's an entertainment business, Nate, at the end of the day. That's why they get paid the money they get paid. We are meant to be entertained. But we're winning. The points are the most important thing. It felt like we controlled a lot of the game against Luton, but yet again, our prolificate strikers just not forwards, just not being able to put the ball in the onion bag. Is that a worry for you at the moment? I'm seeing signs that Hojlund will score, but everyone else, it just doesn't feel like they've got anything in their boots at the moment. Is that a worry for you?
It's weird because you know when the chances come, you see how they come. Garnacho should have just probably gone first time since the ball got played to him at a nice pace where he could try and whip it. That will take that's experience now. He'll realise that for the next time, hopefully. He's not the greatest of finishers anyway, but you know, you don't really, when I look at these chances, again, it's like when you come after the game and you say, yeah, we had 4 or 5 chances. Yeah, but we don't have, I don't even know how to call it. You look at it and you just don't go, oh my gosh, we could have scored that. Oh my gosh. It's just like, you're just there watching it. Yeah.
Knowing it's not going to go in is the thing. Yeah. I think yesterday, Hojlund unlucky with the header. Was it a header? No, the knee, wasn't it? Sorry, the knee. That's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them. That goes like, I thought that was good striker's instinct. He knows he ain't going to get nothing else on it. He just got something on it. Goalkeeper's there. Rashford was a gilt-edged chance, in my opinion. The one that he got cut across to him and he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. I think Garnacho was a gilt-edged chance as well, to be fair, Nath. I think that, like you say, that's an experience thing. He'll learn from that. So that's a good thing. Yeah. It's nice to see him in the right position. Great pass from Hojlund. And then the rest of our strike, like Martial ain't scoring, obviously, and he don't do anything, period. I've just got a little bit of a worry. I asked you last time about, does it worry you as a striker when it? Will that goal, do you think when Rashford scores, when Hojlund scores, the floodgates open for these players, specifically Hojlund? Let's talk about Hojlund. Do you think we're going to see a double-figure season from him this year if he puts one away soon?
Look, the the good thing about yesterday is he got a couple chances. He got a header. He got a chance. He would say to you every single day of the week, I'll take that every game. I'll take 2 chances every game, and then we'll see what happens. I'll live with whatever happens after that. 2 clear-cut chances. I'll take that. That's what you need. Before this game, he was not having any clear-cut chances. It was half chances. It was a scramble, to get a shot off or whatever. Now that is 2 clear chances. Bear in mind, we are playing Luton. Okay, we did play Luton, so we are going to have all of the ball. We are going to cross the ball in, and hopefully it's going to reach someone. And it did yesterday. It did. So when I'd like to see us be able to create clear-cut chances against the better teams. I knew this was going to happen today. We all did. We all expect to win. Okay, it was only 1-0. That's the worrying thing, that it's only 1-0. You're playing Luton. You play a Brighton are up 2-0. You can't win by scoring 1 goal. That's the difference. And at the end of the day, like I said, the games, everyone's got to play Luton. Let everyone go and beat Luton. We've done our job with the players out. Let's go and do our job when we get our players in. We'll have more inventiveness when, like I said, when Ahmad gets in the squad, hopefully after this international break, we'll start seeing players like him here. Anthony looked a bit more lively because he came on off the bench. Even Martial, he's taken a leaf out of Hojlund's book. If you're watching him now, he came on and he was chasing. He was chasing. I was like, what? He's watching going, everyone's giving a round of applause to Hojlund. Right, he's injured. I got to get my chance. I got to run around. I got to run around now. I ain't got there's not no one on the bench anymore. There's Hojlund there and I'm on the bench. Let me go and make this work. So I liked his output of work rate yesterday. That's the highest work rate I've seen him since he first joined. And that's all thanks to Hojlund being the first player now. So yeah, if it pushes him to come out of his skin and play the way we know he can, then the manager's got a problem and you might want to play both of them at some point. But until then, let's see him get a goal first. Not just hard work. Let's see him get a goal. And yeah, so that's a positive. That's a positive.
You don't throw away your boys, do you, mate? You don't throw them away. Martial for life, bro. Like, there's still a chance. This is dumb and dumber, isn't it? Like, so you're saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance? He could... No, to be fair, he did. I mean, we all know Martial. Like I said to you at the start of the season when we got Hojlund, that's a great 20-minute substitute, in my opinion, Martial. If he can stay fit, I know that's not the player we want him to be, but that's a quality. It gives you something different as well. You've been dealing with Hojlund for 70 minutes, 60 minutes. And although Martial's doing different bits now, it's still a completely different striker to Hojlund that you've now got to reset your frame of mind and actually go for. Some positives yesterday, I think. Onana, quickly, briefly talk about Onana. It seems like he's growing in confidence game by game. Another great save. Yes, I mean, a save you're expecting a top quality goalkeeper to make, but still has to make it. Quality save, header, low down at his far post. So do you see him finally starting to fulfill the potential and promise that we thought he was going to be when he turned up to begin with?
Yeah, of course. He's learning what he needs to do with us. He can't play the same way he played with Inter, popping it around, playing dangerous football where the players can get hold of it and do bits with it. Here, you do that, the ball's coming straight back at you and then you're under pressure. So until everyone's back fit, I think he's been told by Ten Hag, listen, till everyone's back fit, just play simple, lad. Just kick it out with techers. Try and find someone so no one can say you're kicking it off the pitch. Keep it when it's dead on to keep it, and then just do your saves as you normally do. And he's got to that now. He's got to that stage where he's not being a liability with any mistakes, and he's just keeping it simple with his feet for now. And when called upon, we can use him to pop the ball around. But as you noticed, in the last how many games, no one's even pressuring us up that side of the pitch anymore. We're just standing off, knowing the same thing happened yesterday. I'm watching United. We're passing it around at the back. Lovely. Get even to the midfield, we passed it around. And then we went straight back, went back around the back again, and went forward a bit, and then went straight back around the back again. I'm like, whoa, my gosh. We got so much of the ball that we're not hurting them at all. We're not doing the intricate play because our players can't play that way. And Eriksen comes off. Mount comes on. Played a little bit better than we've seen of him. At least he was involved in a pass or two. So that was nice to see. But again, it's just one of them things in it that the intricate play needs to come, and you can only do that with different faces on the pitch.
Yeah. Quickly on Mason Mount, you have side note, not the match reaction, because I thought he played all right yesterday when he came on. From what I saw, it's becoming baffling why we signed him though. I know you called it immediately, Nath. Like, why are we bringing him in? And I was like, he's going to play an 8. He's going to take Christian Eriksen's role. It doesn't look like he can do that. So where do we go with Mason Mount from here? Because it doesn't feel like he can play the 8 like Eriksen can play it at all. So we've got 2 number 10s basically in Bruno and Mount. Do you see a formation that Man United can play with both of them are working in this team together, or is it now one or the other?
For me, if you're going to have a proper side where you're really looking at it to be the best United you can be, he's our second option for when Bruno's tired. If we've got too many games, last year he was playing every single game. Now he doesn't have to, because you can put Mount in there in the cup games, you know, in the Carabao Cup, which we were out of. So we can't put him in that. But if we get into, we go into whatever, you know, games where you don't have to play Bruno and the game's coming back to back very quickly, I'd look at bringing Mount in them games. And sometimes you might have to put Bruno on the right because of the situation, and then that just frees up the spot in the middle. So that's the times where I would do him. I would use him like that. But like I said, it's not really showing me anything that makes me excited at the moment.
No.
And never did make me excited, to be honest. It never has ever in my life made me excited. Every time I watch them for England, like we said from day one, you see the stats pop up. You're like, wow, how does he get all these goals for Chelsea? I ain't even seen them. I ain't even seen him create chances. And then you just have to go to highlights to see him and go, oh that was
that once.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you just go, okay, if he was doing all of that, if he can do that even under my nose when I can't see it, and he's still creating goals and scoring goals without me seeing it somehow, even though I'm doing the reactions and stuff, it'd be good. But look, I'm not seeing anything, to be fair, at all. And I was hoping that what you was mentioning, I was hoping that Erik ten Hag was going to try and make him into an Eriksen, and that was the only way I could see it making sense. And at the moment, it's still not making much sense.
No, it's not.
No.
So you don't see, you can't envisage any time that Man United are going to play 2 number 10s, then one striker, Mount and Bruno. You don't see that working with. I can't see it working with the personnel we've got at the moment, to be quite honest with you.
We don't have a prime candidate, do we?
No. Final one I've got before we get into man of match and player ratings and stuff. Raphael Varane.
Yeah.
Is he done at Man United? It feels like he's done at Man United. He's not getting picked. Like, I don't see how we can let him go personally, but rumours are, obviously, that we talked about this, the Saudi Arabia thing. Do you see it looks like he might be done as a Man United player at the moment? Or he's definitely out of favour, let's put it that way. He's out of favour.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? When you hear what the manager said, he said, I have no problem whatsoever with Varane. So I don't get what's happened there. But look, he came on in the game. Did he start the game yesterday?
No, he didn't, did he?
He came on from injured.
Yeah, I forget when he came on, but it was
Lindelof and Maguire.
Yeah, started.
Lindelof Maguire. Yeah. I think he came on towards the end, Varane, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He came on. I've got it right in front of me now. No, it doesn't tell me what time he came on. He did come on though.
Yeah, but look, I don't get that. But I think maybe, like I say, like he says, he wants Varane playing right side, and to give that options, where whoever's able to be more left-footed plays on the left. I think what he does is he says, right-sided centre-back, it's either Maguire or Varane. And then whoever he chooses, okay, Maguire's having a bit of form, let's keep him in. Let's save Varane's legs for now. And then, okay, left-sided centre-back, who is there? I'm not going to put Varane there. I'm either going to put Evans or Lindelof there. So it's Lindelof. That's what he's probably done. He's not gone, I prefer Lindelof over Varane. I don't believe that's possible for even a second. So yeah, I think he's giving him a nice rest. To be honest, when you're older like that, sometimes you need to be dealt with like this as well, you know. And you know what's funny though? Luton had a chance. They had a header, and both Maguire and Lindelof were either side of him, just there. And then he's just heading the ball and Onana saves that shot. And it just reminds me, just like, no pressure on him, no arm on the man, nothing. Like, just in between, you've beaten me, that's it. And that's the difference between the top defenders. Obviously, it's not always the case, but a lot of the time you see the top defenders, they're putting pressure on that player. That player can't just be in the middle, running in and getting a free header. And obviously, that's Lindelof Maguire again. That's that partnership that we know is not the strongest. You play against a big team, you're losing 3-0, like we've seen. And Luton nearly made us pay for that. But good job we had Onana in there who made a good save. And good job the player didn't head it further in a corner or something. So, you know,
I could say, but this is the problem with Maguire and Lindelof. Listen, Maguire, I mean, we'll get into Maguire quickly when we do the player ratings, but he's improved. But there's still a mistake in each of them every game. I know there's a mistake in every player every so often, but there's a mistake in. Sorry, Dan, you took the words out of my mouth, mate. Yeah, Mount can play Europa League on Thursday. It just feels they're shaky, and no matter how good they get, Lindelof is a 6 always. Like rarely goes above that. Wow, one day can be a 3, one day can be a 7, but again, doesn't get much higher than a 7. Do you honestly think it's just resting for Rafael Varane? Because I don't see the purpose here. And second part of that question, is it actually that important to have a left-sided and right-sided centre-back? So first of all, do you honestly believe that it's just fitness, and is it important to have left and right centre-backs?
Well, when you look at it, what else can it be, Garth? What else can it be? Can we really think that he's putting him ahead of him? Because he's better?
No, not because he's better. I reckon Ten Hag's come in, and you look at the players that he's getting rid of. They're all our highest wage earners, mate. Like you think about it, Sancho 375, De Gea 375, Ronaldo 515. Next on that list is Casemiro and Varane. Like obviously Rashford, but he's on his own. So I don't know. I can't. This is why I'm asking you. You're the pundit. I'm the host, mate. You are.
I'll tell you what I think. I think he's getting older. He is getting more injury prone every time he plays regularly, like every single week. We're playing Fulham. I know we played Man City. He's probably looking at it going, probably going to get beat by City anyway. But Maguire did play well the game before, so I owe it to him to play anyway. Let him play. At the moment, I don't have Varane and Martinez, so there's no point me killing Varane off and making him injured for when he needs to come back in December. If I imagine Varane gets injured for like 6 weeks, and then he's out when Martinez comes back, then Martinez is going to struggle because he can't play with them guys either. So I'm sure if Martinez was fit, you see Martinez and Varane all day long because they're relaxed. They relax and they don't have to force each other to stretch, to run miles down the road and cover for someone. They know how to play together, and it's relaxed football, and we defend well, and we don't concede goals. I think that's more happening. And also, you're getting, think about it, it's not just the game, it's also you're getting Maguire playing back into some kind of form that someone's going to go, you know what, I'll give 80 mil, I'll give 60 mil, I'll give 70 mil. So that's another great thing to think about. As a manager, you got to think about this. Last year he was going to go, okay, he's playing now, so yeah, he can play in the Prem. Oh, he can do well. He can play standard football that he's supposed to play. Right. Let's pay 50 mil for him now. Bam, there you go. You get 2 or 3 buyers now rather than 0 buyers. It's good for us once we're able to replace him. And it's like I say, though, he has done okay, meaning exactly what you said. He's being the reliable Maguire that he is, meaning he can pass the ball, so he passes the ball. He can win the ball, so he wins the ball. He's going to get done by a fast, sharp player, so he gets done by a fast, sharp player. That's expected. So as long as he does what's expected of him, we're okay, because it's not often you get one-on-one. You've got it's 11-men game, isn't it? So it's not often you should be left on your own to get ripped on your own. So it happens once in a while. Whenever that happens, Lindelof and Maguire are going to get ripped. But hopefully it doesn't happen too often. What's the second part of that question you said?
Is it that important to have a right and left centre-back? Like this is... When I back in the day when I played, you were a centre back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Premier League, like you were a centre. That was it. There was no left-footed, right-footed centre back. But it seems these days that every big team wants a left-side centre back and a right-side centre back.
You know why?
And in your position as a coach, is it that important?
Yeah. So I'm doing the coaching now as well, and the less you have so many. I mean, so much less options when you've got a player with the wrong foot on the wrong side of the pitch. And he can't use his opposite foot.
Yeah.
Like you put Dalot there because he can play left foot, right foot. He can play the ball up the line. He can pass the ball inside. That's fine. But when you got a player who's got no left foot whatsoever, or their left foot is so suspect that when they're under pressure, they're going to give it away, that's when you go, oh my days. You put Lindelof, put Martinez left side. Not only can he spray to the left side, to his left back, to his left winger, and into the channel, but he's also got the crossfield spray to the other side. Now think about it. You put Maguire on the left. Now he's going to right foot pass it to that side. So the minute he opens out his body, players can come press him because he's turned this way and it's on his left foot, and they're like, he ain't going to play left foot. He's going to turn around again and play it to keeper, and then boot it out that way. So he's not going to want to try and do so many things, which gives us the opportunity to play down that side, and it's triggers for other team opposition to really press us. So yeah, it definitely makes a massive difference in being able to get to the higher levels of football. You're going to be only at a certain level until you get players who can play with balance, as you've seen, right wing, left wing. How does it feel when you got a player that's just not a right winger, you know? And you're like, oh, you can't even, no point even going down that side. He's not going to give us nothing. Let's just keep going down that side. And then they
talking about Anthony at the moment.
Well, he came on. He did all right in the for this 10-15 minutes. He came on. He actually gave Rashford that chance he should have scored with. He's the one who passed it, so he should have done better. But look, we know what he's all about. But yeah,
we'll get into him properly in the player ratings. No, it's just it was weird to me that this left-sided, right-sided centre back's come out in the last 10 years, really, since I've retired from football. It's like you're saying now, you explained it very well, and that's exactly why, obviously. And Lindelof's actually right-footed, so he's obviously got a better left foot. But he's obviously got a better left foot than Varane, and this might make the Varane thing more exactly what you're saying. Like Varane and Lindelof don't work at all because they're both like the laid-back defender. I'm not saying Lindelof's class, but that's his style. So maybe it is that Maguire's our only Boscher centre back, and he has to play a Boscher there. You know what I mean? So that is fair. All right, let's get in to some of the player ratings. It's not gonna. I can't imagine it's gonna be high ratings for everyone today. But we'll start with a man that saved us again. Andre Onana in goal.
No, he's a solid performance. Called up whenever he's called upon, did what he needed to do. So to be fair, you're gonna give him like a 6.5, 6.5. He's not 7. He didn't have to really do too much. Saved his chances. The chances were standard saves. So again, he done what he's supposed to do. Give him a 6, don't you? Give him a 6.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Like again, clean sheet, like you're saying, no mistakes, made the save. Yeah, it's a save that should be made, but still has to make it. Yeah. Dalot is not on it. So Diego Dalot. How did he do for you yesterday?
Dalot. To be fair, look, passed the ball around, kept it, and didn't do much else. Again, you're not really getting more than probably a 6. You know what? I don't know too many players who other than a 6. I'll give him a 6.
Really?
You know what? I'll give him a back 4 6.
The whole back 4. So Reguilon's taking a 6.
Reguilon did all right, to be fair. He did do all right. Just a quick one on that. He did do. He was part of the attacking play. He put a great ball in one time as well, and that's the bit where I was like, yeah, you know what? That's what I wanted to see from him, because I was thinking, wait a minute, has he been done by the Man United curse as well, where he just can't cross the ball now that he's come here? But yeah, he did. He did put in a lovely ball, and I was thinking, yeah, that's what we need more often. If we can play in a way where we can actually have a system which makes us get him into that position and put loads of balls in, that would be tremendous. And then you'll see Hojlund loving it, and we'll get much more joy from that. But yeah, I think he was one of the better players, so I'm going to give him a 7. I'll give Reguilon a 7, actually.
No, it's fair play. Yeah, for me, definitely better than Dalot from what I saw. Harry Maguire, we're sticking with the 6, are we?
He did all right.
There's no complaints.
6.5.
This is what I mean.
6.5.
We definitely have to. That's what I was going to say. We definitely have to do some individual points here, 100%. Because he ain't just a 6. Victor Lindelof, goal scorer, match winner for us.
Might have to give him 6.5 as well. He scored the goal. That's fine. But other than that, it's the same as Maguire, wasn't he? So do you give him a little bit more because he got the goal? 6.9.
Really, that's one of them goals, isn't it? You're there, and he still pumped. It was such a centre-back's finish as well. Just toe punted it straight down the middle of the goal. Fair play, though.
6.9 it is.
Scotty Too Hotty, what were we saying?
No, I didn't even see him. I didn't see him. He was a bit of a nuisance in the box. I think he got a header as well at one point. But apart from that, didn't do too much more. I think he's a 6 point. He's a 6.
Yeah, he's a straight 6. Quickly on him, is it surprising to see him keep playing when we've got Amrabat on the bench? And I thought Amrabat was coming in to take Scott McTominay's position as the backup the end.
Yeah, it really is. But at the same time, McTominay always gives you that thing that he excels at, and that's just his body power. He's a strong player, and not many are going to be better than him strength-wise. And sometimes to be robust and hard to beat, especially the way we're playing, if you think about it, yeah, Amrabat, he brings you the keeping the ball moving it, yeah? And he also has that bit about him where he's going to win the ball off players. But if you're talking about just the win the ball part, you've got McTominay, who's probably the best at it in the club. So when you need that, let's say the output that comes from McTominay playing is not conceding a goal, or the output that comes from Amrabat at the moment, because we haven't got players to capitalize when we do pass it, what's making sense? You might as well put McTominay in for now. Yeah, when we get the better players back in the squad, then you get the Amrabat back in there with them, and it works better. It's the combination that we need, isn't it? Right now, you need McTominay in there.
That's fair. That's fair. It's just surprising, you know what I mean? But I can see where you're coming from. Again, well put. Only lasted 40 minutes. Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, he was one of the players we were looking for to make that transition pass between the midfield and the attack. He was trying to do it. Didn't really come off too much for him. He was he's feeling his way more into the game, and then you just see him injured. So that was a bit annoying. So yeah, he got like a 6.5. I think he was trying. He was okay. I remember one time he got the ball, he touched it, and he tried to burst the pace, and the other player just burst right in front of him and took it off him. I was like, wow. You know, this is the reason why a team like these can be a team that can actually compete with us, because we ain't athletic enough in enough positions. We're getting done too much. It's weird, isn't it? Athleticism is a major part of the game. And although he's got his techers there, he can't get to the ball, can't keep it. If it's a 50-50, he's losing every time. So yeah, 6.5. I'll give him 6.5.
And what you say about that? This is the problem with Man United's midfield at the moment, because even Bruno ain't the fastest. So when you're playing Bruno, Casemiro, and Eriksen, if you get behind them, you ain't having them track. Like Casemiro might come and foul you, but apart from that, you're not getting it. But his replacement on 40 minutes, Mason Mount. We always spoke about him briefly. What are you giving him?
He's getting a 6. He's getting a 6. Nothing.
I thought he'd done better, but
he
still
done
nothing.
all right. But he didn't really do anything. Really, it's still a 6. Still a 6. You can't give him more than a 6. I can't give him more than a 6 anyway. I don't.
No, you can't. You can't. On the right wing, Marcus Rashford, mate, and we know it is not his best position. Weirdly,
what it is here is like he doesn't want to use his pace on the right. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like you're on the pitch, wherever you are on the pitch, in an attacking position. What's the issue? Just go and do what you do, lad. But it seems like it kind of shackles him when he goes on the right. Okay, he had more output because he crossed a couple balls in, and he shot a scuffed ball, which then ended up being the goal. Now, if he's on the other side, he doesn't shoot that scuffed ball because it comes on his left foot. Can't do it. So yeah, he gets a 6 as well. But it's just a bit like, it's a bit, I don't even know the word. Disappointing.
It's baffling. It's baffling and disappointing is a better word for it at the moment with him. Last year, obviously, 41 goal contributions. This season, 1. And it's the problem with Marcus Rashford is we know the talent, we know the potential. We can't have you being our star player scoring 1 goal in 15 games, mate. We just can't. We need more from you than that. So, yeah, it is weird. Saints in his head again. But I can't be dealing with one season great, next season rubbish. You know what I mean? Like I can't be dealing with it. And that's basically his career at the moment.
It's so far off, though, isn't it? It's not even like he's playing well and not scoring. Keep playing. He's playing bad. He's not playing anything, really. He's not really got anything in his game that you like. That was great.
If we had options, he wouldn't be starting. Everyone's like, how he's starting? It's like, because we've got No one else. Like we've got
I wouldn't play
Palestri,
anyone else.
Garnacho, and
I'd play
him.
Rashford. Yeah.
Yeah, all day. So what else can you really do in that situation? Talking of the young kid, Hojlund Garnacho, how did he do for you yesterday?
He was more of a threat. He's got the coming inside and going down the line, so you don't know which one he's going to do. He came inside a lot, but at the same time, he still kept people honest, knowing that he can go down the line. Came inside, shot over the bar. This is the thing, though, with forwards. Like, the hardest part, is to get your shot on target after you've done your move. After you've done your run and you've done your jink, 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 can you now get the shot on target? Can you slow things down in your brain where everything is slow for you, but it's still too quick for the opposition? And you can whip a ball in the corner and you can strike it bottom corner and you can look up and find someone play a perfect ball. That's the difference. Like, it makes a massive, massive difference. You've seen it a million times over. You see the strikers before a game and they're doing warm-up, before the game. And the player just like lays it off for him and they're all smashing it in the corners, bottom corner, top corner, everything. You see the YouTube videos, everyone's scoring in the corners. The minute it's in a game and there's someone right next to you and there's some pressure, boom, 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 nowhere near the goal. And that's called composure, ability to score under pressure. This is one thing I want to see him improve on. If he improves on that, that's when you're going to see the player that we're hoping for. At the moment, he's still one of them players where you're looking at him now going, I know what you're going to give me. Not often is it going to come, but you still give me that glimmer of hope that you can pay someone out, that you can open out, and it might be a shot on target next time. You're not going to take anyone on. You're not going to do nothing. There are times he gets on the ball enough that he is going to do something every now and again. That's what I'm liking about him. We do need more, of course, but again, it's the best option we've got at the moment, and I hope it gives him the time to continue to get better and better. He's learning on the job, and he is a positive in the squad, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got the bravery of youth as well, which I like in players. You know, I mean, some players get, what's the word I'm looking for? They get bogged down with all the mistakes they've made through the career, so they stop doing it. So he's got that as well. I just think we were very high on him to start with. I think what we're looking at now is a good international player. Like, he isn't going to be, from what I'm seeing now, I think you said this not so long ago as well, didn't they? From what I'm seeing now, I don't see him being world class at any point in his career. He just isn't. But he's still going to be a great player. I'm not saying he ain't a great player. He's a great player. But when he burst onto the scene, a lot of us, me included, were like, oh, is this the next big thing? You know what I mean? I don't see that coming. The captain, Bruno Fernandes.
I didn't see much from him, to be fair. I didn't really see a lot of him. Like I said, there wasn't too many chances that came from him yesterday. He did keep the ball moving and stuff, but like I said, we're playing Luton and they gave us all of the play, and we really, with that amount of possession, we should have like 20 shots. You know, we should have 20 chances, easy chances, clear. But we don't. We had 4. Okay, so that's still way under what we should have. But at the same time, I'm not complaining, like I said. And the thing is, we should complain because he is one of the players who you say is up there with the De Bruynes and up there with the Madison and the Odegaards and all that. And then, and then when he doesn't play well, it's like far off. It feels like it's far off. But look, I'm not going to get at him. He's helped us many a game so far. And he's a goal scoring threat and he's an attacking threat. We need him in the squad. If we don't have him, there's no one else who can provide chances. So look, he was a quiet one yesterday. I give him a 6, and he'll do something next game. We know that. So you always want him in your side.
No, 100. I think you hit the nail on the head, Nate. The problem with Bruno is that when he doesn't have a good game, it's a bad game. It's not like he's just missed it. Like, it's bad. He'll start throwing the tantrums. But I've got no time for Man United fans who think we should sell him, in all honesty. If you're, I apologise if you're one of those fans.
There's not many players that you can trade him with.
It'd be mad. Unless you're going out and getting, like you're saying, a Kevin De Bruyne, like who you're replacing Bruno with. So that's silly in my mind. Final starter of the day, Rasmus Hojlund up top, the young boy. What did he do for you?
I liked what he did, man. I liked his movement. I liked his pressing. I liked his work rate. Hold up, play, turn, sprint with the ball, laying it off well. He's a really good player. And if he was playing for City right now, he'd probably have 10 goals already. It's just that he's at United at the moment, so not much you can do about that. Yeah, I liked his game, man. I think I think I'm going to give him a 7 and a bit, 7.2. I think he's probably our brightest spot, in the right positions all the time, working the hardest. Should have scored, could have scored, and would have scored. Got injured, so now we're a bit of a struggle. Maybe he'll be back for after. I'm sure it's international coming up now, isn't it?
So, no, 2 weeks. Yeah, this is our last game for the international break, so that's actually quite lucky for us.
Perfect timing for him to be off for 2 weeks and come back. He might miss one game because you need 3 weeks to really be better. If we see him play, he's probably going to get injured again and be out for 3 weeks. So he better not play the game we come back. He needs to miss that one game and play the game after that, and then we'll be all right. It seemed like it was just a little slight kind of, like you got a strain rather than, because he wouldn't have carried on running. He's got a little strain. He feels this twinge in his hammy. I can see it now. Feels a twinge. Let him wait 2 weeks. Strengthen. Back on the grass in that 3rd week when everyone's back, and then play the week after that, and he'll be all right.
Fair play. No, I'm slightly worried that injury is going to be a little bit more than that, to be fair, but we'll see. And finally, just so that you can talk about him, the man that replaced him when he came off injured, Anthony Martial, the myth, the legend, Anthony Martial.
You know what? He gives me a little bit of hope at times. When you think that there's nothing going to come from him, he stayed on the pitch again. He's not got injured, number one. And then number two, like I said, he ran around at good pace, good intensity, and he won the ball off players. He got the ball, wiggled his way out of trouble one time as well. He looked like, okay, you're jumping at the bit now. You're looking like you really want to play ahead of, you've got it in you to be probably giving the manager a massive headache. If he just went on a run and scored 2 goals in this game, you're looking at Hojlund out, let's say, he comes in and scores again. Next minute, you need to play Martial. And then you're thinking, wait a minute, I need to put them both on. He has the ability to put himself back into contention if he wants to. We know he's got it there, but can he muster it up every game? We've not seen it yet. We haven't seen it for a long, long time, and he needs to do it again. So look, I was happy with what I saw of that cameo. Not that he scored or had a chance or anything, but I was just happy with the application that he had. Yeah. That's the kind of application he needs to bring every game, whether you score or don't score. You're doing something for the team. You're working hard. And yeah, I was happy with that. I really was. Yeah, really was.
That's all you want to see from him. Like we said earlier, I just want to see 20 minutes of every game he comes on and does his best. You know what I mean? And like you said, maybe even works his way into the team, because bottom line is Rasmus Hojlund can't play 60 games a season. At the end of the day, he can't. He's a young lad. That's when you start really getting in compound muscle, over and over again. So no, it'll be fun to see for him. On them ratings, it feels like Rasmus Hojlund would be your man of the match. Is that correct? Is that where we're going? 7.2 for the man of the match there? Yeah, fair play.
The one. He definitely deserved it. He was the best player of all of us, all of the players yesterday. Like I said, in a game which was quite boring, he's our bright spark that we want to keep trying to help get chances. And that's exactly why Garnacho's on the left and Rashford's gone to the right, because the manager knows, if you put Rashford on the right, all he can do is cross it. If he comes in tighter, now he's got a shot right foot across goal. So he's got the two things. If he works on that, he'd be a top right-sided player forward. Yeah. He just needs to work. I don't know why he feels like he's restricting himself, though. So, yeah, he could really be something for us off the right.
Yeah, that's one of them ones. I think he's got one of them blocks. Maybe it's a bit of ego. Maybe it's a bit of something where he doesn't want to play on the right. He thinks his best position's on the left. I've seen it. You must have seen it. Even at my amateur level, you saw players that are like, "No, mate, I don't play right back. I'm a left back." You're like, "Bruv, it's a fullback. I just need you. Nah, I can't play there, mate." I'm like, "Bruv, it's a fullback, mate. I just need to play right back for one game. All right? I'm not saying you're going to go right back. This geezer ain't taking your left back spot. Calm down. I just need you because, it's madness, man." Has Hojlund? Are you getting more of a sense of what Hojlund's about, and is he starting to win you over, Nath? Is the way to put it. We were both very down to start with.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything. There weren't enough games gone by for me to say, okay, what's he actually got? Now I can see what he's got. He's got the great pace. He's got great hold-up play. He's got great intensity to his game. He can use both feet. He can wiggle out of trouble. He can take it from halfway line and run with it. He can go down the wing and cross a ball into someone. He can score a header. You put the ball on his head, he will score. His shooting isn't. I haven't seen his precision shooting yet. I haven't seen his long range shooting yet with either foot. I'm reserving judgment on the shooting ability of him. He has had a few where he's got into a nice area and it's been a soft shot, a scuffed one. I'm hoping that's not the normal him. I'm hoping that's just the odd non-proper connection shots that you get.
Nerves,
but,
a little bit of nerves playing at Old Trafford for the first. You know, I mean, I could imagine it, but
he's looking like a top forward. That I'm happy to see that we've got a player who, even if that was everything, it's good enough to be part of this squad. And it's like a way souped up Weghorst, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
no, exactly what you're saying. You can tell why Ten Hag bought Weghorst, loan Weghorst in, because that's clearly the profile striker he wants. Big, strong, muscle, but you know what I mean, getting muscle defenders also. So fair play to him. Fair play to him. Upcoming, we've got 26th of November is our next game. I think national break. I hate international breaks, but for once we lead it. So Everton away on Sunday 26th, then Galatasaray away and in the Champions League, and then Newcastle away in the Premier League. They're our next 3 fixtures. Yeah, it should be 3 wins really. If we don't beat Galatasaray, we're out of the Champions League completely. So Everton away, tough game. Goodison Park always a tough. Yeah,
Newcastle away ain't no easy one.
Newcastle away, no. Although they're in a bit of a slump at the moment, ain't they?
Yeah, but at the same time, look, as long as we see some new names coming back, I'm happy. Yeah. If we continue again, we get to them next games and we still haven't got anyone coming back, it's gonna be a real sad feeling because I can't wait to watch United again and enjoy it. Like last year, we had so many games where we were buzzing about Casemiro playing 9s and 10s and Eric, you know, and Rashford playing 9s and so many players. Martinez, we were buzzing, giving them so many good ratings. Right now, if you do a combined 11 with any of the top teams, we probably might get 1 player in or 0 players. So it's that bad at the moment. We're nowhere near the levels that we need to be a good enough side to do anything. So to have the points we have, and people were saying, we're only this many points off. It's only been a few games. To be that many points off in a few games is poor. So let's not get.
They're talking about second place as well, not even top place. They're talking about seeing 6 points off second place from us.
So it's not off top. It's way up.
It's looking like we should have Luke Shaw back after the international break and Ahmed Diallo. So obviously, I doubt we'll see Ahmed start or anything, but we'll hopefully see him get some minutes in the early games. Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro out until after the new year, obviously. So we're not seeing them until January. So Lisandro Martinez one's going to hurt us badly. You know, all the way
he has to take time to get back as well, even when he's back.
Exactly.
He needs to be sharpened up because we know what he's like when he's blunt.
Yeah.
So
The butcher of Manchester with a blunt knife. You don't like to see it, mate.
Oh no, I didn't get him.
Good news. Obviously, we need to come through international break unscathed from injuries, is what we need. So, but the question was there. We need the 3 wins, don't we, Nath? Everton, Galatasaray, and Newcastle.
I think most importantly, the Everton and Galatasaray. Most importantly. The Newcastle one, it is going to be a tough one because they are Newcastle now and they are ahead of us at the moment. I knew it was going to happen sometime or another. It's happened now and it's clear they are the better side and we have to come with it and we have to have them extra players back to be able to beat them or there isn't a chance. When you look at teams, you know, like the team lineups versus other lineups at the moment, you can see it's a clear loss. Like there's so many games you're going to go into now seeing, this is clearly we're nowhere near the levels of the other team. So I'm resigned to lose in certain games. And that's just the way it is. And it's been happening. Every game I've said, and I thought we're going to lose, I think it's pretty much 99% we've lost. I don't want to lose. I don't want to predict we're going to lose. But if I feel we're going to lose, I'm going to say I feel we're going to lose. There's no point saying, as a man, and we're going to win every single game. We're going to win. I want to win. I can see players and I know the matchups and I figure in my head, you know what? We play Newcastle and we ain't got no players back. We're dead. We're not going to win. Even with their second team, we're not going to win. We already seen it already. It just happened the other day. So we need to come with a better performance, not this Luton performance. We need to build on this, play proper football. And again, we can't have Lindelof and Maguire at the back against them boys like that. They'll get ripped open. So we need to be able to have, we're going to have to play with them boys at the back because there ain't no one else, to be honest.
That's it, yeah. Unless we're playing Varane for Maguire, then
you know what? Shaw comes back, I'm putting him centre-back straight. I ain't putting him left-back. I'm putting him straight up.
Or Reguilon
left-back, and I'll put Shaw centre-back, left centre-back. At the moment, Maguire will go right centre-back, and then you put Wan-Bissaka right-back. And then that's your back four at the moment to keep you going. When Maguire gets injured, you put Lindelof on, you know, and that's what you do. I don't think you want to put Shaw left back and then not have Reguilon playing because he's got that ability to go forward. And then Shaw can come over to left back when Reguilon goes forward. So it's like another player you're giving license to get forward and cross balls in because our left side doesn't really do that, does it? So that would be actually pretty good. So you've got a Wan-Bissaka who can come in and he doesn't need to get forward too much. And then you've got Reguilon who can go up, Shaw who comes into left back. Then you've got your centre back. So that would be good. I'd like to see that.
Your face, Nate, you're like, do you know what? That works. I like that. That works. So with that hopeful end to the show, thanks to everyone for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, Nate, for taking time out of your day. You got a match this afternoon?
Yes, my son got a game at 2:00. So yeah, we're going to see how that works. It's a tough game. So yeah, we're going to see if we can beat one of the top teams in the league this afternoon. And nice. Get back home and hopefully watch this other game Chelsea get in. It's not even a big game. Like we think Chelsea versus City is big game. It's not anymore. City just going to wipe the floor with them, and that's it. Simple.
Yeah, they should do. They should do. Chelsea's still got that little thing about them where because they've got such a big squad, every so often they can pull out a result. But they're in. Like, it's bad being a Man United fan at the moment, but being a Chelsea fan at the moment must be horrific. It must be horrific. So yeah, well. Yeah, good luck for your game today. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Happy Diwali to everyone who does celebrate that, obviously, as well. And yeah, we'll join you on the next Dukes United show. Stay safe and let's wash your hands, people. Let's see if I can actually end this stream for once properly.